Mr. Speaker, in prosecuting this motion, it will be remembered that we gave the notice of motion on Tuesday 1st, 2024, and the House also takes public notice that law and procedurally, the Deputy President did address the nation yesterday, and therefore, part of what he said may form part of what I will be talking about. For purposes of members following what I will be presenting, I choose to be very methodical. I will read the ground. I will restate the provisions of the law that have been violated. I will then briefly state the facts constituting the particulars, and I will tie it up finally with the evidence supporting our allegations. This will make it easy for members to understand what it is that we are accusing the Deputy President of doing. In doing this, Mr. Speaker, I choose to be a prosecutor and I remove my political cap. I will therefore avoid the bravado and machismo that was displayed yesterday on television, and we will just talk about the law, the facts, and the evidence.
Order, members.
Mr. Speaker.
Order. Take your seats, McClap.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, and Kenyans at large, if I do not talk about my departed relatives, it is because I do not think it is proper to use departed relatives to whip public emotions. It is because I do not think it is proper to use departed relatives to seek public sympathy. And therefore, much as I have also departed relatives, I will not talk about them. Mr. Speaker, before I begin going count by count, allow me also to state on two important questions, and I want honorable members to listen. Two things are important. That this is an historical moment and it is also a constitutional moment because Kenya, under the 2010 Constitution, has never dealt with the impeachment of a deputy president. However, we have dealt in numerous times with the impeachment of governors. And our courts of law have set the threshold on which impeachments should be considered. And I thought from the onset, it is important for me to set out the threshold on which impeachment should be considered, so that as I take you through the evidence that we have, you can gauge the evidence against what the courts of law have decided. Mr. Speaker, allow me to read paragraph 31 of Civil Appeal number 21 of 2014, famously called the Wambora decision. The Wambora decision is now the locus for most of the impeachment cases and has been cited with approval by our Supreme Court. In paragraph 31, the court stated as follows: our reading and interpretation of Article 181 of the Constitution, as read